Our members rejected the contract by 94.6%, and they voted to strike by 96%.
Boeing's assembly facilities probably won't be operating tomorrow and for the next little while. It's the outcome of a decision made on Thursday, September 12th, as around 33,000 union employees rejected a tentative agreement for a 4-year contract. They instead voted to walk out at midnight. The vote wasn't even close, as workers in the Seattle and Oregon areas voted 94.6% against the tentative deal previously unveiled by Boeing and the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, or I.A.M. Let's look at this sudden strike and what it means for Boeing. As mentioned, 94.6% of workers voted to reject the deal, despite the union explicitly recommending that its members accept the deal. An even stronger demonstration of opposition to the deal, however, was that 96% of workers voted in favor of a strike, well beyond the two-thirds majority needed to carry that motion. District 751 and W24 of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers Union, representing around 33,000 Boeing factory workers, announced its members voted to reject the company's contract offer for a strike. The union said the walkout will begin at midnight Pacific time, which has already passed. According to CNBC, I.A.M. District 751 President John Holden characterized the actions as a quote-unquote unfair labor practice strike. He alleged that Boeing factory workers had experienced, quote, discriminatory conduct, coercive questioning, unlawful surveillance, and had unlawful promises of benefits. For good measure, Holden added that Boeing needs to bargain in good faith. If the proposed deal had been accepted, it would have been the first fully negotiated contract for the machinists in 16 years. In 2008, Boeing workers went on strike for nearly 2 months, setting the stage for the ongoing labor wars at Boeing that have just blown up again. The proposed deal included a 25% pay raise over 4 years and a commitment from Boeing to build its next commercial plane in the Seattle area if the project started during the contract's timeline. It's a rough ride for newly appointed CEO Kelly Ortberg, who made a last-minute plea to the workers to accept the deal, telling them a strike would, quote, put our shared recovery in jeopardy, further eroding trust with our customers and hurting our ability to determine our future together. No period has been determined for the strike, but the union leadership and its members want to recover benefits that were previously stripped away and see their wages increased to account for inflation. One analyst estimated that a 30-day strike could be a $1.5 billion hit for Boeing, whereas the financial impact of the tentative deal would have been $900 million annually if passed. Various reports suggest that Boeing has burned through between $8 to $10 billion so far this year and is struggling with mounting debt. Production of the 737 cash cow is nowhere near expectations, and it's dealing with negative pressures from supply chain disruptions and labor shortages. Boeing is clearly not in a strong position to ride out a prolonged strike, but with such an overwhelming rejection of its offer, there seems little common ground on which to base negotiations. The BBC reported that Boeing made a brief statement after the vote stating, "The message was clear that the tentative agreement we reached with I.A.M. leadership was not acceptable to the members. We remain committed to resetting our relationship with our employees and the union, and we're ready to get back to the table to reach a new agreement." The union originally fought for a 40% pay rise and several other improvements to the employees' employment package. Several observers and workers said Boeing's 25% offer is inflated because it also eliminates an annual company bonus and fails to restore a pension. One of the Everett employees told reporters that Boeing's 25% claim is quote-unquote misleading spin and that his raise is only around 9% after Boeing dropped the annual bonus. Others were skeptical of the promise of producing the next new aircraft, calling it a hollow commitment as it offered no promises beyond the 4-year contract. With the vote happening quite recently, we will no doubt hear a lot more on this topic today and in the days to come. What do you think of this sudden strike and its impact on Boeing? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.